Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Well, it's been a while. It's been a busy summer. That's why it's been a while, and so for good reasons. But want to jump back on, especially going into this next few weeks, into next month, and kind of get back out and connect with everybody as much as possible. We got, at least for me, this NFL season's back, right? And football's a back up and roaring, and that's typically in line with one of the most important parts of the year when I'm working with students and looking at things, and I, for me it's a constant thing that's always going on as I'm thinking about players' futures, even though we're typically kind of focused in on the more short term aspect of goals and whatnot, what needs to be focused on this week and how to do it and go about it and so on and so forth. But my brain naturally is always spending some kind of amount of time thinking about, okay, what's the next step, and so on and so forth. And so now that we've had about 20 or so 30 players come through since the spring, and they've now seen, a good 3 to 6 months worth of time spent working hard, learning, developing, getting better. They've seen how this goes and where it's going and what's coming up down the road. And so they're reinvesting again in their games and their futures. They're thinking, what do we do next? And that's the same thing that I do. It's called reevaluation season. Now, down here in old hot Georgia, it's not as readily on the minds to think of it in terms of the off season, but October basically presents to us. Maybe we don't call it off season. Well, let's call it reevaluate and get ready for the next season time. I call it the off season because in the north, this is when everything starts to change. We get colder weather, football starts, snow and ice and cold and blah comes in, and courses shut down for a good while. And it's the best opportunity to really assess where you're at, reevaluate, develop a new plan, and do the most important thing, which is come out in the spring ready to rock and roll on day one and not be starting all over fresh and clean from, a winter off, or at least an off season of not really doing much. And so that presents the next 6 months, another important period of time to decide, get the information you need, commit to the process, go through I have, like I said, 20 or 30 players now that have been through this process, at least on the short-term end of it, which is about a 3 to 6 month frame. Every single one of them have seen and gone through and experienced enough things and been able to get to the point of realizing, okay, there it is. That I see where this is going, and I want more. I want to keep going, and so they're reinvesting. They're upping and getting into their next lesson packs and moving into the winter with what we're going to do is very clear objectives. I've got 3 reevaluations this week alone, and all it is we're simply saying, let's redefine the goals. Then let's clearly redefine what needs to take place in order to achieve it. That's all it really is. And it's important because you need to know those kinds of things. So just like the first evaluation, which, by the way, everybody, you haven't taken us up on this offering yet, and it's still free because why not? Anyhow, evaluation lessons are still free. I am at the golf pub still. You can come in, schedule it, get you started. The only way you're ever going to know and find out. And it is amazing to me how many people are working hard, quote unquote, on the range and doing things, and yet I see it in what they're trying to do, and then I hear it with some of the conversations that are held on the ranges, and I mean, it's just, I hate to say it, but there's no BS golf here, folks. They're absolutely wasting their damn time, and it crushes me to see that, because I see that they're wanting to try to accomplish something. And but they've got to be the ones that come out and find out and on their own, or maybe via a push of a friend or a family member or whatever. But get that evaluation scheduled because it is still free. And without that information, you don't know. Well, reevaluation is for anyone that's been through the evaluation. Reevaluation is free too. I'm looking to charge no money for that. It's saying what'd you do over the course of this last 6 months. If you didn't decide to commit, let's just start over. Let's reevaluate it and get you up and going. So you need to get back in. You need to get back going. You got the goals set still. My question for the ones that didn't commit to the process, say during the main playing season, well, where are you at this stage? What's changed? I challenge everybody to answer these questions and let me know. So reevaluation season is here. It's time to put it in high gear and get this going. We've got a bunch of players. Also, some other things of note, which I'll explain more if you contact me. So, Twitter, mention something down there, whatever, Facebook, and obviously phone, email. At the pub, we got memberships available, or they do, and those can be used in multiple facets. So the initial idea was to have, obviously, people that come in multiple times don't want to spend the hourly booking every time. You get your little membership. You can basically use it all you want, as long as it's within the parameters. And, well, same thing with practice. I want my players in there using certain things, environment, tools, feedback, so forth. Well, based off of the current offering, I already have a commitment factor built into all the lesson pricing. So you decide you're going to commit to something, you get a better discount. Period. The end. It's about as simple as it gets, folks. And beyond that, if you become a member at the pub, then I just offer an even deeper discount on top of that. So we honor that. We recognize that commitment to also the business up there for the fellas that have this awesome facility for us to use. So that's the other part of it going into, again, the off-season. Controlled environment. No rain, no wind, no cold, no it ain't bright enough, it's too dark, blah, blah, whatever. There no reasons not to be able to spend your entire winter at www.thegolfpub.com. My partners in this thing. And so we've got everything available to a player who wants to commit, who wants to look at 2025, the spring. You got to look at it now. Be prepared now to do the things necessary. Come out on April 1 and you are at full capacity, ready to rock and roll. You got a tournament you want to win, let's do it. You got a college scholarship you're trying to earn, let's do it. I've done this with hundreds of kids. We know what it takes to get there, from the swing to the technique to the proper, what do you do on a weekly basis? Do you know what the studies show? Do you know what the average player is doing at the age of 18 that earns a college scholarship and moves on and plays professional golf? Most don't. And that doesn't surprise me. So I do. I've been through this. I already know what to do. We know how to get you there. Do you want to do it? That's the real question. And so right now is the time to make those decisions. You do not want to wait. Do not wait. December 31st, it happens every year. Someone come poking their head in the door. Hey, hi. What you do? I want to be ready for April, and I'm like, it's not. I mean, are you quitting your job? Can you put in 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, nothing but hard work and developing and getting better? And then you just wasted 3 months, 4 months. We could have been doing this back in now. Don't wait till December. That's the worst thing you can possibly do. So, yeah, and let's see. So we'll do that, and and I challenge everybody to simply take the evaluation lesson, because that's so important. You got to have that information. You cannot move forward. You cannot properly know, keyword there, what you're supposed to be doing unless you have the evaluation. It has to happen, folks. It's the most important part, having that conversation. So hit me up with that. Questions, likes, and all the stuff. I haven't been on much, but please smash, that thingy, subscribe, share it, so on and so forth. Put some questions in, put some notes in, whatever you want to know. Let me know. Let's get started. It is time to do the reevaluation. Or if you're new, we just got to get you in the evaluation, period, the end. Either way, it don't matter. It's free. So let's get this going. let's get everybody set up and ready so that by spring of 2025, we got a whole crew of players getting ready to go win. Like I said, you got a tournament in that you want to win. It can be as simple as I just want to take money off my boys every weekend in 2025. Fine. How many times do you do it this week or this year? Once? Twice? That ain't enough. How about every weekend? How about there's no chance they can beat you? Let's do that. And tournaments, high school wins, making it into college scholarship, play professional someday, whatever the goal is, I've got all the answers for you. So let's figure that out. Hit me up, smash, like, subscribe, go to Twitter, P45KDG, and Gmail, P45knuckledowngolf@gmail.com. Facebook is just look up P45 Knuckledown Golf. Should pop right up. That's about it other than YouTube, which you already found. So for now, this is Ryan Carpenter. No BS Golf, presented by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Take care, y'all.